This is Vandana Kusris from my channel English Classroom Tutor. Today I am going to teach you a very interesting poem, Dust of Snow. This is from class 10th, first flight, and a poem 1. It was written by Robert Frost. He was born on 26 March 1874 and he was died on 29 January 1963. Now see, first of all, Dust of Snow, the title. I want to share information that originally it was published in 1920 December with the name Favor. And after that, again, it was published with the name Snow Dust. But for the third time, finally, it was published in 1923. The poet renamed it The Dust of Snow. Now come to the poet. Robert Frost was a famous American poet. Robert Frost जो थे वो famous American poet थे, and he was realistic. Realistic means he expressed the reality of life in his writings. You can see all his writings. Reality, it's related to the reality of life, and the things, the expressions like sufferings, joy, happiness, sorrow, all these emotions included in his writings. The next is nature lover. Robert Frost was fascinated by the nature also. He is a nature lover. Now see the title, Dust of Snow. Dust means particle of snow. Particle means tiny part of snow. You can call it snowflakes also. Snowflakes. So dust means जैसे हमारा होता है धूल या मिट्टी या dust करना, झाड़ना. But this is the by word meaning, that is a particle of snow. Next is setting. What's the environment of that poetry? Right? Setting is the middle of the winter season. As the title itself says, because the dust of snow is there, so obviously winter season is there, and the incident the poet talks about, described in this poem, it took place somewhere outdoors, right? And in this poem the poet talks about the hemlock tree, right? And usually this hemlock tree grows on a hillsides all over North America. Now see, next is bad omen. Bad omen means हम बोलते हैं bad things, जिन चीजों को देखकर हमें लगता है कि ये हमारे लिए ठीक नहीं है, इनको देख लिया तो यानी कि अपशगुन होना. तो two things is in this point, that is crow and hemlock tree. Crow, you know, it's black in color, काला कौवा. तो इसको हम लोग क्या मानते हैं कि it's a messenger of death or messenger of sadness, ऐसा मानते हैं. ऐसे ही इसमें एक hemlock tree है. It's hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. So both of it a symbol of death and fear in this poem. ऐसा कहा गया है इस पोएम में कि ये दोनों ही चीजें, डेथ और फियर का, सैडनेस का, डिप्रेशन का, इसमें इसको सिंबलाइज किया गया है. एंड बोथ सेट अ मूड ऑफ सैडनेस. और ये दोनों ही इस पोएम में एक मूड सेट करते हैं सैडनेस का. Sometimes we consider the things as a messenger of the bad things. Like for example, we can take suppose you go outside and all of a sudden a cat cross your way, तो you just stop it, and people say that कि ये अच्छा नहीं होता कि बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई. So it was also one of the omen. But in this poem, after the last sentence, the poet shattered all these bad omens thoughts. कहता है कि no, he denied it, कि नहीं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है. Now next is theme. थीम क्या है इस पोएम की? What does the poet want to convey us? क्या थीम है? The little things in life can make huge change in our life or future. कि हमारी लाइफ में जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, अगर वो होती हैं तो वो हमारे जीवन में एक बहुत बड़ा चेंज, एक बहुत बड़ा बदलाव ला सकती है. नेक्स्ट है सेंट्रल थीम और सेंट्रल आइडिया is the same thing. Next है type. तो व्हाट इज द टाइप ऑफ दिस पोएम? इट्स अ लिरिकल पोएम. लिरिकल जानते हैं, सॉन्ग की तरीके से. लिरिसिस्ट होते हैं, सॉन्ग लिखते हैं. तो ये पोएम एक लिरिकल वे में है, मतलब इसको वी कैन सिंग दिस पोएम just because of his rhyming scheme. Let's start with the poem. You can see this poem is too short, but a big and deep message is hidden in this poem. Only 2 stanzas are here. Only 8 lines we have in this poem. So let's start. The way a crow swooped down on me. Me, who is here? Me is poet. Right? A poet is, at that time, a poet was standing or sitting under the hemlock tree. Right? So, me is a poet here, and hemlock tree. It's a poisonous tree with white flowers. It's a poisonous tree with white flowers. Shook, shake, first form, and this is second form. Hilana, shook. So see, now I am telling you the by word meaning, literal जो meaning होता है. The way a crow swooped down on me, कि जिस तरीके से क्रो ने मेरे ऊपर swoop down गिराई, the dust of snow, यानी कि स्नो के जो पार्टिकल्स थे वो मेरे ऊपर गिराए from a hemlock tree, hemlock tree से. So now see, the poet was very sad and a depressed mood, and he was sitting or standing under a hemlock tree. At that time, this happened. This incident happened. The poet was greatly affected by this small incident. That a crow, the way a crow swooped down on him a dust of snow from a hemlock tree. वो कहता है कि crow ने इस तरीके से मेरे ऊपर वो dust of snow, ये देखिए, it totally changed my mood. ठीक है मेरी. तो अब इसमें केवल इस इन 4 लाइन्स में ही क्या कहा गया कि poet was in a sad mood and he was sitting or standing under a hemlock tree, and this incident occurs at that time कि क्रो उसके ऊपर आके बैठता है. Maybe the branches shook and the dust of snow fall on him. Now see, next. Has given my heart a change of mood. अब here the poet says कि has given my heart, जिसने मेरे हार्ट को या मेरी मनस्थिति को बहुत चेंज कर दिया, and saved some part of a day, और एक दिन का कुछ पार्ट बच गया मेरा, सेव हो गया, वो मैंने प्रिजर्व कर लिया. That I had ruined, जो कि आधा मैं उसको पछतावे में गवा चुका था. ठीक है, दिस इज द बाय वर्ड मीनिंग. एंड नाउ द पोएट was deeply affected by this small incident that crows swoop down on snow of dust on him, and he was very much affected of it. And see the second stanza. The poet says that a crow shook on him the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. तो poet says that this is a very simple incident. ये बहुत ही छोटा सा और बहुत ही साधारण इंसिडेंट है, but it had a large impact on my heart या on his heart. लेकिन इस घटना का पोएट के हृदय पर बहुत ज्यादा प्रभाव पड़ा. ठीक है. Earlier, the poet was very sad, in a sorrowful mood, but as soon as the dust of snow fall on him, and his mood was totally transformed due to this incident. और उसके बाद एकदम ही पोएट का जो मूड था, जो मन की स्थिति थी, वो चेंज हो गई. So the dust of snow proved to be a ray of hope to the poet who had lost all his hope. ठीक है, एक आशा की किरण बनकर आई थी डस्ट ऑफ स्नो. जो पोएट पहले उसने सारी होप अपनी खो चुका था, ठीक है, अब उससे वो एकदम उसका मूड चेंज हो गया. राइट. सो ड्यू टू दिस डस्ट ऑफ स्नो, द पोएट माइंड इज टोटली ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड. एंड ही सेड कि इसने मेरा इतना चेंज कर दिया कि जो मेरा पूरा दिन था वो अब खराब नहीं होगा, ठीक है, वो मेरा कुछ पार्ट तो उसका बच जाएगा, ठीक है। तो इन दिस वे द पोइट्स वांट टू कन्वे अस दैट द small events or incidents in our daily life, of course the natural events, right? So we can get guidance from these simple incidents, natural incidents. हम इन छोटे छोटे जो प्रकृति के जो हमारे कुछ घटनाएं होती हैं, कुछ जो कहते हैं नेचुरल सी, इनसे हम कुछ ना कुछ मोटिवेशन और इंस्पायर हो सकते हैं इफ वी ऑब्जर्व देम केयरफुली। यदि हम थोड़ा सा टाइम निकाल लें उनको देखने के लिए, तो इससे भी हमें बहुत गाइडेंस मिल सकती है। सो दिस इज द मैसेज, और in other words we can say कि we face many problems in our daily life, or and we encounter some issues also, but we avoid and reject our present time. हम हमारे जो प्रेजेंट का टाइम है उसको हम अवॉइड कर देते हैं। सो वी एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द डे मीन्स, और फिर बाद में जाके हमें लगता है, बहुत ज्यादा रिग्रेशन होता है कि हमने ये पहले क्यों नहीं किया। तो थ्रू दिस पोएम वांट्स टू कन्वे दिस। नाउ लेट्स फाइंड आउट द पोएटिक डिवाइस which are used in this poem. So first of all we you can see here full stop or comma is not here. लास्ट लाइन में फुल स्टॉप है, पूरा कंटिन्यूशन में चल रहा है, ये एक है। तो इस तरह का जब पोइट्री में होता है कि ये कंटिन्यूटी में चल रहा है, तो हमारा कौन सा पोएटिक डिवाइस होता है? इंजम्पमेंट। इंजम्पमेंट मतलब कंटिन्यू। दोनों स्टेंजा में देखिए, यहाँ कोई फुल स्टॉप, ये लास्ट में फुल स्टॉप है, यानी कि ये कंटिन्यूशन में चल रहा है, तो ये हमारा होता है इंजम्पमेंट। सेकंड इज, यू कैन सी हियर हेमलॉक ट्री एंड क्रो। तो पोइट हैज चूजन दीज टू एज अ सिंबल ऑफ sorrowful environment or sad, right, and negativity we can say. So second poetic device is symbolism. Crow and hemlock tree. So this is a symbol of negative energy. Negative energy or negativity. So symbolism is used in this poem. Third is alliteration. Now see what is alliteration. Alliteration is one of the figure of speech. In Hindi we can say अनुप्रास अलंकार, ठीक है। When some words start with same letter and placed closely, so this is called alliteration. You can see has or heart. So here alliteration, has heart में alliteration है। And one more, saved some, S से start हो रहा है और ये भी S से। So this is also example of alliteration. Saved some. Now number 3, rhyming scheme. This is the most important literary device, that is rhyming scheme क्या है? तो look, crow, snow, same sound, crow, snow, A, me, tree, B, सेम इसमें भी वही है। हार्ट, पार, हार्ट A, B चेंज है तो B, मूड, पार, सेम एज द फर्स्ट लाइन, so this is also A, and rude, unmute, same sound, so this is B. तो rhyme scheme is ABAB. AB, AB. Both of the stanza, rhyme scheme, AB, AB. This is 4 and 5. Contradiction. Contradiction means virodhabas, right? You can see the first stanza. There is a expression of sorrow. Sorrow का full expression है यहाँ पर. Like दुख का माहौल है. The poet was very sad and a depressive mood. But in this stanza, the poet was totally transformed. There is a hope and joy and happiness. So this is the contradiction. कि first में तो sorrow and depression express हो रहा है and second में totally changed. Right? कि जो चीजें क्रो एंड हेमलॉक ट्री जिन चीजों से नेगेटिविटी मिल रही थी अब उन्हीं दोनों जो सिंबल माना है हेमलॉक ट्री और क्रो के थ्रू पोइट को पॉजिटिविटी मिली. राइट? तो these are the poetic device of contradiction. ऐसे contradiction है. तो I hope you understood this poem very well and watch this video again and again. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, so please subscribe and share and like it. Till then, goodbye.